Hello, welcome back to another round of Graviteam Tactics. We are defending in Peschanoe and we are being attacked by several combat groups of the enemy, including tanks. So, since there are two victory locations on the line, we really have to hold out here. I finished deployment. Again, I'm out of mortar ammo, so no heavy support here. By now you know our setup. We have two infantry platoons here. I switched the Jagdpanzers around a bit so they are in support of both infantry units here, because here's of course the second one. These also have two light infantry guns in support up on the hill, where these guys are, and also I switched some of the Jagdpanzers over here, including over here for example, like a hidden, hopefully somewhat hidden position. Now the problem is the whole map will be fairly dark, and that will make it somewhat hard to actually see the Russians coming, even harder than before. So yeah, we will see how the battle turns out. Alright, these are the conditions. Okay, there come the signals. Okay. So really what our first priority is identifying where the enemy tanks are, because those I want to get rid of real quick. Orange flares went up here at the edge of this square. So this time they will be actually attacking down here. Of course my troops are waiting for them. Oh, actually that's... It looks like there's fire coming down here. Oh, they're running into the minefield. There's a minefield there. Let's zoom out. Yeah, there's a minefield there. That is nice. Russian tanks. BTs. Including one of the weird BT-2s. This time they're not keeping to the roads. These guys saw them for a bit. Of course that's fairly long range, but that actually looks like we might have scored a hit there. Yep, there's something that fell off the tank. There was another hit. Is it effective at this range, or the question is if it loses too much of its energy already? I mean, these aren't like amazingly armored tanks. Okay, we keep shooting at them. And that hit close to the gun, I think. Yep, I think it's throwing a track maybe? No, it's hard to tell actually. No, was not a good hit. And they're going out of sight again. Russian tanks are moving along this road and now up this main road. Oh, and they switched on the lights. Don't they know there's a minefield there by now? This tank in an ambush, or tank destroyer in an ambush position, has gotten a glimpse of that tank after it switched on the light. There was another mine explosion. Okay, the tanks are advancing and so is the infantry. Okay. Told the tanks to maneuver out of their bit so they can maybe see the enemy as the tanks are closing in. I don't know if you can see that in YouTube, but they are driving down towards this, I don't want to call it a bridge, this fortified fort. This tank seems to be retreating through the minefield, which, I mean, fair enough. You do you. The BT-2, however, is advancing towards us. I don't want to spend too much ammo on that guy if he's driving through a minefield anyway. Okay, now he's in dead ground and disappeared. I don't know what he's shooting at with his anti-tank ammo. I mean, if he was shooting at a tank I would understand, but I don't think there's much of a tank there. Oh shit. What was that? Yeah, there's Russian activity here as well. Okay, they're advancing again after retreating for a bit. Not entirely sure what they're trying to accomplish here. Don't have the best of traction with those tanks. Alright, the tank drove all the way over here and is now attacking my inf, I think. Let's see what they do when it comes close. I mean, they are on hold fire. I think they're using the anti-tank ammunition against it. There was a hit with a geballte Ladung or something like that. That I don't think did anything. Or at least not enough. Well, let's see what I can do here. Okay, it's on the move again. I did send one of the Panzerjäger 1s over. But so far they have been very good at ignoring my orders for some reason, and I don't really get why. I mean, one moved, but then it got immobilized, so maybe that's it, they don't want to get immobilized. I find this Russian approach of just driving a tank in here and then not doing anything quite interesting. Okay, suddenly the Russians attack here. They snuck up with their infantry. It's hard to say where. No, basically everywhere. Okay, that's a good start. Got a hit on them there. I hope some of that is my mortar fire. Oh, okay, some of that surely is, but not all of it, I think. Shit, these guys basically got overrun, I think. Wonder if that's my fire. Well, that certainly was. Nice. That being said, we will have to be careful now because that probably was only the first of many assaults. Meanwhile, the enemy tank seems to be retreating? Or is that another one? I can't find it anymore, so apparently it's retreating. Okay. Let's go to where the actual action is. Okay, we have more fighting going on here. that also immobilized? I think I'm not supposed to move these at all. The problem is that we get a lot of Russian infantry now. Okay, the Russians are still getting pretty close here. The problem is I can't really move my Panzerjägers. For some reason they do not do anything when I tell them to move. It's so fucking frustrating. That's what I hate about this game. Things happen and it's like you don't get any feedback about why they are happening, you know? Like something like you don't have enough command points or whatever, you know, something. Just give me something so I can make a decision here. But okay, let's see if we can beat off this assault. To be honest, this first division seems to have already fallen. The dogs are barking. Yeah, I told them to move, probably that was a mistake. Which of course begs the question, how did we move them there in the first place, but okay. Infantry guns are also switched on now. No sign of the tank again. Yeah, that's my tank. I think the Russians keep running into those minefields, to be honest. Okay, these guys are under heavy artillery or direct gunfire. It might actually be from the tank. They keep moving into the minefield. Ah, shit, that's the tank, yeah. Our howitzer is actually still up, even though most of the crew are dead and it's heavily damaged, and it is shooting from time to time. Wonder what it's shooting at. Might actually be the tank, which would be good. I mean, we have caused some casualties to the Russians. Alright, the Russians offered a ceasefire and I'm gonna take it, since this battle is kind of lame right now. I mean, if I can't really do anything with my tanks, what's the point? So I'm gonna take the ceasefire. Alright, it's a minor defeat. Lost 30 casualties, they 48. Didn't lose any vehicles, so let's see, is it possible? No, wait. Okay, no, they didn't lose any, they didn't gain any points here, so we still should have these victory points. So let's see what happened with these tanks that attacked me here. Okay, I think here the gun got stuck, huh? What does it say here? Damage tracks gun, okay, yeah. And that was from an anti-tank bullet, probably either from an anti-tank rifle or maybe even just shot from a MG34, because I did shoot at that with an MG34 at close range quite a bit. What about this thing? Let me guess, the AI backed it into the mine. Okay, and it also got hit quite a bit, huh? Yeah, damaged, yeah, okay. So it got hit by the Panzerjägers quite a bit. I think the only worthwhile thing they did this whole battle. So, let's see and get back to the main, into the main operation. Alright, here we are. We defended here, and now the AI will fight this battle, I guess. Okay. They seem to have suffered heavy losses here and are almost combat ineffective, and they did never take that point down there, so that's kind of lame from the AI. So let's see, next round should be the last. And here we go. Victory. And what happened in real life? The Germans claimed the enemy losses during the day in the Nepokritaya Peschanoe area were 370 killed, including 1 officer, captured 18 prisoners, 2 heavy and 5 light machine guns, 2 anti-tank rifles. The Red Army units were not able to capture the Nepokritaya Peschanoe, Bolshaya, Bobka strongpoints and consolidated on the line. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, that's kind of what happened. Only in this timeline they have been able to capture at least Bolshaya, Bobka down here, or at least this part of it. So it's a bit different in that way. But yeah, other than that, I have to say this last battle was really lame, because it's like, what do I have these Panzerjägers for if they just don't move properly? If that's because of the terrain, then okay, fair enough, but I mean, in the previous battles you could move them through the snow, so I don't know. It felt buggy, is my point. But yeah, let's see some of the statistics here. Where is that with the where you can see the awards? Is that the correct one here? No, I don't think it is. Ah, here we go. So, yeah, the anti-tank battalion, they did knock out one tank. So they did get the, for wound award, never mind, they did lose some personnel. Actually, when? Oh yeah, right, there was the infantry in there as well. Alright, and second tank battalion, company rather, they only got 2 enemy casualties. Not that impressive for a tank. What's that? Oh yeah, they captured infantry. Okay. Let's see. Many of the things I have in reserve I didn't even use. The anti-tank gun platoon here got 1 tank. I think, is that AI? No, that must have been mine. Oh yeah, right, I remember now. Anything that stands out here? I mean, these 53 for 1 platoon with a machine gun attached, that's pretty good. From 2nd Battalion. Lost a lot of personnel as well. But yeah, what did they get? Close combat, okay. That makes a lot of sense. And here are more close combat awards. I wonder how it works with the AI, to be honest. These guys here knocked out 2 enemy tanks. Interesting. Alright. So, that was that campaign. Again, that last battle could have been so much cooler, but for one thing, I'm pretty sure the AI just marched into a minefield repeatedly. Then I couldn't properly use my tank destroyers, and the tanks, like one tank drove into my lines and then back out again. I mean, I think that happened quite a few times early in the war with the Russians when they didn't properly coordinate their attacks, but still, it didn't make for a very exciting battle here. We did completely wear them down here though. Wait, it says here 370 killed, which they claimed, which might mean it's not true. How many operation summary statistics? We killed 322, so that's actually pretty close to what happened in real life. So we killed, 322, so that's pretty close. Interesting stuff. Also captured 14 officers, 1 tank, and a bunch of trucks. Okay, anyway, that was the 3rd campaign. I think for the next one we might switch back to the Russians. As always, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.